position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on another team from the SEC, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Horned Frogs will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Oklahoma's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before. And that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they face this year, so we're going to put his skills to the test in this one.
And they're going to make it hard, right? There's not going to be any layups. Like most of the time, you know, he's had his way. He's feasted on so many defenses. They're going to make you earn it. They're going to make you go the length of the field. They're going to see if you can be patient. They're going to see how you respond to adversity. So some challenges coming his way for sure.
And the Sooners come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man by himself. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. From the gun, the running back has it. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Sooners have this offense rolling. They'll run it. It's Taylor. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll do it himself. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. The Sooners have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, tried to put a little move on him, and it didn't help much. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it on the move. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. No good. After the miss, no change in the score. So TCU's offense will go to work for the first time today. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense is bound to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number 1.
Looking to throw, it's Russell. Got it in the middle, it's Ezukama. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Turning on the Jets. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. And the Horned Frogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Reads it, fires complete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. They'll send the back in motion. Direct snap. It's James. Grab near the marker. It's Russell. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU!
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver. Good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Zings it complete to the right. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Pass completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Makes his man miss. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? Lost to throw again. It's complete. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. And the Sooners are rolling down the field. Trying play action. Caught in the backfield, it's Robinson. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Robinson. And he's brought down after a nice gain. From the 30-yard line on 1st down. They go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Well, the offense is trying to go bootleg play action that time, but it had no chance because the defensive end won so quickly at the line of scrimmage. He was able to get in the backfield. He smothered the quarterback so fast for a sack.
He's going to throw deep right side. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They'll send out the kicker here. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Ezukama. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to pass. It's Russell. Finds his man. It's Ezukama. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. catch in the middle. It says Ukama there to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll try the run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Horned Frogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The give to the back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man to the left. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Get it out to the supersonic guy. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Horned Frogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. That's caught. It's James. There he goes. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal. And the Horned Frog just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. To the air, it's Russell. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Fitted in the window for the score.
And this QB's starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Taylor. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Spins away from the defender. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Quarterback on the keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Got it in the middle, it's Thomas. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. A strike downfield. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The Sooners headed quickly to the line. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown Sooners. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Oh, he's got some space. And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's James. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down. Here comes the offense on second down. On the option. He'll pitch it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Dropping back, it's Russell. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. The Horned Frogs will send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So he'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires on the run. Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback. Taking it the other way. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, TCU! Effective offense has led the way, but a most effective defensive play there.
No doubt. Putting separation now. This game's starting to get out of hand. Defense making plays like this. Offense continue to score points. Hey, defense wins championships and apparently scores points.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Miami is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul in Oxford who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Central Michigan. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Gets the back moving. Back to pass on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. wide receiver going in motion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Fires to the tight end. Breaks into the open. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Makes the grab. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Horned Frogs really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Grab near the sticks. It's Baker. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The lone back's got it. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. They'll run it from the gun. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far today in Fort Worth. And this 2nd half will likely come down to which offense can figure something, anything out. Take some chances, get creative. Both offensive coordinators had full heads of hair at the start of this game, but right now, they look like cue balls after one frustrating first half. And with that, back to Amon G. Carter Stadium and our outstanding broadcast team.
The Sooners will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. Bringing it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your 2nd guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
And the Horned Frogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Slithers into space. Plows through the defense. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line, not enough to move the sticks. The Horned Frogs will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Off the play fake on 1st down. Going to try to get it himself.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make...
Turning it on! Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. The Sooners want to pick up the tempo.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man there. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Makes a man miss. Across the 25 to the 24-yard line before he stopped. Pick up a 5 and a first down.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's complete on the right side. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And it slips just inside that right upright. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Sends it back in motion. On the snap, it's James. Oh, what a cut! They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. To the air, it's Russell. The screen, he can go. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Now on the option. And not even a chance to pitch it as he is slammed down in the backfield. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. On the direct snap, it's James. They forced ahead just a bit, not a lot working with the Wildcat there. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. On the option. The give to the back. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, home run! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
Instead of running the traditional option where the running back is the pitch man, nice job by the offense, getting creative, getting a way to get their speedster, a playmaker, a receiver the football in space, and he does the rest.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the upright to 28-13. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he punctuated that drive by ripping off a 38-yard run for 6. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Power football with the run. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab, and there's room. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. win with the running game on first down, now back at it. They'll move the wide receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the deflection on 3rd down. How big is that? Forces a 4th down. And the Sooners line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Gives it on the option. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Goes to the option. Nice move to keep running. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Finds his tight end. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Back to throw, it's Russell. Here's a heat. Using his legs to buy some time. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Motion from the back. On the direct snap, it's James. Got a little space. Got the first down. Looking for more. A nice play there, and that is likely how we'll put the finishing touches on this period. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So first down will open up the final period. Here comes the option. Now the pitch. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. Now he's looking to throw it. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And every time he gets brought down, everybody kind of gasps for a second because you're already on quarterback number 2, and you got to protect him. You got to keep him upright and the least amount of hits as possible because you definitely don't want to go to QB number 3.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. Punt is on its way. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. Now let's see if they can pull this one out. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got an open man. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Sooners want to crank the tempo. Off play action. Gets it out fast. He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Gets it out quickly. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Wants to keep it in the air. Completes it in the middle. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Second down, he'll throw it. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man on the right. He'll be run out of bounds at the 14. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Steps away to find some room. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. And the Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Grabbed behind the line. It's Robinson. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. They'll try to get it in with the run. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Off the play fake. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
That's an area of the field the quarterback just cannot take a sack on. 2nd down inside the 5-yard line. If it's not open, you just got to throw it away, because now you back yourself up even further. It's going to be even harder to throw this thing into the end zone or to score a touchdown. That's going to be a learning opportunity for this young man.
He wants it all. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone. A 4th quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on 4th and goal. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Running back searching for a hole. There he goes. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Touch pass on the jet sweep. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Russell. He lofts one down the sideline. He's got it inside the 30. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. It's James. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Just a little off. Incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Going with the ground game left. Runs through a tackle. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Timeout called there by the defense. Desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Back in motion. Try to clear the picture. On the direct snap. It's James. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. And this field goal attempt might just seal the deal by making it a 3-score game late. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead's extended a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the American, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Navy is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about around Annapolis for a long time. They're up by 19 over Florida Atlantic. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on first down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll get him down after a solid return. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. They'll go to the ground. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. And the Horned Frogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll go right back to him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Leaves it with the back. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.